Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us for another episode of Nightcap Basketball Edition. I'm your favorite sports Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number zero, Hibachi. The man once played an NBA game in some Dolce and Gabbana. Yes, he did. Dolce and Gabbana, some lifestyle, activewear, outerwear sneakers. He did that. Gilbert Arenas. Gil, how you doing tonight, bro?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you for joining us. We're going to get into this a little later, but you and I have been trying to put something together for quite a while behind the scenes. Both of our teams were working tirelessly trying to get this thing together because we want to show people, look, Gil has this thing going and it's doing great. I've got my thing with Ocho and Club Shay Shay doing great. But we want to show people that we can work together because a lot of people see, because they're going back and forth on YouTube and on Twitter and this and that one. Nah, Gil's like, hey, bro, what you want to do? You want to do something? Let's find something we can do together. And so here we are. Hopefully this is a sign of many more things to come. But let's jump right into it. The Bucks beat the Pacers 140-126. Giannis has a career high 64 points, breaks the franchise record that was held by Michael Redd, 57 points. He was 20 of 28 from the field, 14 rebounds, and 4 steals. Before we get into his game, the game was kind of got overshadowed because it looked like the Pacers was holding the game ball for ransom. What would you take away what transpired after the game, Gil, before we get into what transpired during the game?
Hey, that's history right there. 64 points. I would have stole that shit too. Hey, I'd have stolen it too. Then when he came back and said, hey, bro, can you sign this? Hopefully he forgot about it. Hey, but just like anything, that game ball is special to to the people who did it. I had to do the same thing. When I hit 60 against the Lakers, I had to go find.
You had to chase it down?
Yeah. They was trying to keep it because that's a game ball for them to play
another game.
The next game is probably one of their favorites. So when someone does something special with it, they still want it.
Yeah, that game ball is only special to you. It's not special to the Lakers, so they're gonna try it back out there again. But if you look after the game, Gil, the Bucks assistant coach had the ball. I'm trying to figure out how did the Pacer guy end up with the ball?
Hey, give us the ball. It's just one of those things because it's part of their organization. So
okay.
They're trying to collect all the balls that that they have out today because like anything you'll see like X's on the ball means
right.
Like it has 3 X's. That's the game ball.
Okay.
So, they're trying to just collect the ball, and Giannis like, whoa, nah, that's me right there.
And he was basically telling Lloyd Pierce and Tyrese Halliburton, go get that effing ball. You go. Tyrese like, bro, what? I ain't got to do what? I'm over here talking with Dave. I'm over here. I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef. He's like, go get the ball. Giannis was hot. He was even hot in the after the game, the interview. He was still seething because he felt that the Pacers was trying to take a part of history. And you're absolutely right. 64 points. I don't care who it's against. 64 is 64. And you look at some of the greats, Jabbar played in that uniform, and he got 64. And so obviously he wants the game ball. Let's get into the game. Giannis 20 of 28, 14 rebounds, 4 steals. I think he was like 24-32 from the foul line, Gil.
Yeah. Ooh.
When you watch the Bucks and you see Dame, and it's only 20 games into the season. When you watch them, what do you like and where can they improve?
The 2 players that we do see and we expected to play well, they're playing very well. Dame, out of the last 21 games, or just the 21 games this year, he's scoring 20 points and over 16 of those games.
Okay.
Giannis, 19 out of the 23 games. They're playing very well, right?
Right.
Their third option, Middleton, ain't doing very well.
Right.
The
right.
guy that's supposed to be the steady, that steady third option for him. It's like when Drew got traded, he got traded. That's what it feels like. Half of him is in Boston probably.
Okay.
And he's only scored 1 20-point game in the whole season so far.
How much you think that is health related? He had that surgery on his knee. I think he had surgery on his wrist or another extremity also. So how much do you think that is just age and attrition, or how much is that you think is related to the knee surgery that he had?
No, I mean, no, the health is a big thing. That is probably one of the bigger problems with him personally. But at the end of the day, when you're trying to,
compete and win a championship.
Right? That injury is hindering, the movement of this team, right?
Right.
The team can only do so much. Giannis can only do so much. We need the other parts that's going to go against the Bostons and the Phillies.
I've watched the Bucks for like 4 games. I've watched them 4 games. I was at the game in which the Lakers won the in-season tournament on Saturday. And my takeaway is that they don't play a lick of defense. Mm-mm. They're looking to push the tempo, make or miss. If you miss it, they're looking to get the ball off the rim and push it up the court. If you make it, they'll take it out the net and still push it up the court. Mm-hmm. Because I watched the Lakers get 86 points in the paint, and LeBron missed like 3 or 4 layups. AD, they could have had easily 106 points in the paint. It's hard when you have that kind of offensive rating, but you're dead last across the board in defensive rating. When you watch the Pacers, what's your takeaway? Because maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think they can compete. I don't think they're very serious contenders with that type of defense.
No. Right now, the Pacers is a fun team, right? They're a very fun up and down team. They're young. They don't have defensive concepts, right? They have Miles back there, but he can only do so much by himself.
Right.
But for the structure of the team itself, they don't have enough pieces that's willing to do the extra. Like when it comes to being a defensive team,
yes,
it's don't let them score on the first opportunity. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Give no blow-bys. Like,
right.
Turn a little bit so the help can help. Right.
Yes.
But they're one of those teams where you can just straight line the whole team.
Yeah, they don't even make you kick the ball out. You just drive to the basket and just lay the ball up. Because like you said, you got Miles Turner, you got Mathburn that plays a little defense. Mm-hmm. Buddy Hield's not playing defense. Tyrese is not a defensive guy. McConnell, he's a scrappy guy, but he's only like 5'10", so he can only do so much. Mm-hmm. So they don't have enough pieces. I agree with you. They need more pieces in order to play defense. But like you said, they are a fun team. They're the type of team that you like, oh yeah, we're going to score 130. Yeah. We might get up 136, but you're going to get your money's worth. It's not going to be one of those 96 to 90 type ball games. That's over for them.
No, they can't. They don't even have the patience to play 96 to 98. Right? It's just it's Phoenix Suns all over again with a faster tempo.
Right.
Those are the teams you score 64 on.
Right.
They're going to put possessions in the game that everyone's going to be able to eat.
Right. And the Pacers are first in points per game, averaging 128.5. They're second worst in opponents' points per game, giving up about 125 game. So they're fun to watch, but I just don't know how far they can go. I don't think now they did beat the Celtics in order to advance to go to Vegas. But I don't believe they can beat Boston in a 4-game series. I don't believe they can beat the Bucks in a 4-game series. I definitely don't think they can beat if Giannis got 64, Joel Embiid gonna get 70. Because they ain't got nobody to do it with that locomotive. He gonna get 70, Gil.
You notice the bad part too about even on the Bucks side, right? You have 2 first-team all-defensive players back there, and y'all are struggling on defense, which is weird.
They are. Yeah.
Right. And I've always questioned the metrics of defense. How do you gauge it? Because some of these guys aren't real defensive players, but they're winning these awards. And this is a prime example. You lose 1 defensive guy. You still have 2 first-team all-defense.
Still got,
can't stop anybody.
Lopez. Yeah.
Right. And that's the funny thing about teams where no matter how many defensive players you have individually, if they don't know how to play together, they become a bad defensive team.
Yeah. Gil, I look at it like this, and what I tell people in football, if you're good offensively or you're good defensively, if you're a good offensive team and you say you're a good offensive team or a great offensive team, can you go get points? Can you go get done when you need to get it done? Mm-hmm. Okay, in basketball, if you're a defensive team, can you get a stop when you need it?
Yep.
Because if you can't, it doesn't all these great defensive stats that we're number 1 in steals, we're number 1 in block shots, and yada, yada, yada. But if you can't get a stop when you absolutely have to have a stop, what good is all those stats doing you?
No, that's facts right there. Right. That the last 5 minutes, the last 2 minutes really dictate, the outcome of the game. In basketball, we tell ourselves, right, make enough plays to win at the end of the game.
Right.
So the stars can take over.
Okay. The Nets beat the Suns 116-112, spoiling the Suns' Big 3 debut. Devin Booker, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 12 assists. Kevin Durant, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Bradley Beal, 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3. The Suns' big 3, 0-1 as a trio. What were some of your takeaways from that ball game?
How much space, even though they lost this game, right? How much space was Booker open, Beal open? There was a drive. I think it was like they was like 67, 68, and Booker came off the pick and roll, and Beal's just sitting at the top to keep by himself. And I'm like, man, that's too much space for a guy like that. And all three of them healthy now playing, they're going to be trouble, come down the line.
But again, Gil, who they going to stop? You got to be able to get who are they going to stop? You got to be able to remember. Now, we just said, can you get a stop when you absolutely have to have a stop? Who's going to be able to sit down in that chair? Because Nurkic is not a defender. Beal, Book, KD, who you got is going to, what you going to do? What you going to do, Gil?
It's so funny. At this point, man, when you're talking about real defense, right, without any lockdown defenders, what's the concepts? Right? Are we pushing them to the weak hand? Are we pushing them, keeping them on the baseline, keep them on the sideline? As long as you're playing by principle, right?
Okay.
Keep the man in front of you, right? But it's hard to play defense in today's game when everyone can shoot the ball.
Yes. And there's so much space. There's so much space on the floor. Even the bigs, you used to condense the floor because your bigs couldn't stretch it. They couldn't shoot the basketball. But with the exception of maybe 5 bigs in all of basketball, everybody can shoot the 3. And hell, even the guys that can't shoot will jack it up on. Will jack it up. and that's the thing, is that when you look at, Bradley Beal only 9 attempts. He used to getting at least 15 to 20 attempts.
Not this first game, Unc. This first game, he's trying to get a feel in. He's just trying to get his feel in. And, you're trying to ease in. You ain't trying to really do too much. So I know just what he did, he going to catch cramps tonight.
Right. You think they can make a deep run? You think they're serious contenders?
Yes. In the playoffs, it's all about matchups. So if they're clicking and they get the right matchups, in those first couple rounds, then they could go to the Western Conference Final, maybe the championship, especially if everyone stays healthy.
Okay, you like them. The Lakers survived San Antonio, winning 122-119. The Lakers gave up 45 points in the fourth quarter. They gave up 34 points last night, and the Mavs lost in the fourth quarter. AD was dominant again. 37 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals. Torian Prince, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Kobe of the Ozarks, Austin Reeves, 15 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. Rui was 13 and 7. What did you like about the Lakers? Except that fourth quarter.
Nothing, because that fourth quarter showed us exactly why we need LeBron, right? And why we need to make a trade. Right? We don't have really enough players. We have a team, right? We have pieces, but we don't have nothing we can hold our hat on. Like we're playing the Spurs.
Yeah.
Our road record is horrible, 4-8. Right? We're
5-8 now.
5-8, yeah, 5-8 now. We just we need to go ahead, no matter who we play. I think the next 10 games we got Spurs, Knicks, Bulls, Heat, Grizz, Clippers, Raptors, Suns, Jazz, Thunder. We should go 8-2. We should.
Right.
And we still need to make a trade.
But this is what we know. AD and LeBron are untouchables. I believe they list Austin Reeves as an untouchable.
That's cool.
I believe they believe him as an untouchable. But all other Rui, D'Lo. So what do they need? What exactly do they need? Another scorer? Do they need another ball handler? What do they need?
We need another scorer. We need someone to take the pressure off. See, right now we're playing for the most part 2-on-5, right? Where that means 10 guys are really paying attention to 2 players, which shrinks the floor. When you have D'Lo who's not shooting, when D'Lo's shooting is good, but when he's only taking 9 shots a game, that's bad, because Prince and Reddish, they're doing the same thing. Between the 2 of them, they might take 10 shots, right? Prince played well later in the game, but for the most part, both of you guys are there for defense. I don't need that. I need someone to take the pressure off offensively for LeBron and AD. So the trade could happen. Prince, Rui, D'Lo, that's $39 million. Zach LaVine's at 40. Swap them.
But it seems, from what I've been reading, and I don't know if you're hearing the same things in the circles that you travel in, they seem to be more interested in DeMar DeRozan and maybe a Caruso than, say, Zach LaVine.
Okay, when you bring in DeMar is a better fourth quarter player, better gamer, better right now, today.
Right.
Zach LaVine is a future with AD. When LeBron goes, he's only future with AD. He is a highlight reel, so he can put people in them seats on that fast break.
Right.
DeMar at 32, 33 years old, I need something where
I'm looking at it, Gil. I think the Lakers, we're trying to win right now. We're not worried about when LeBron's gone. We'll worry about getting somebody to pair with AD. But right now, we got a 38-year-old, about to be a 39-year-old LeBron James, who's still at the peak of his powers. Let's get someone right now, and we'll cross the bridge a little later. But right now, let's start on our march across the bridge.
Well, then you shrink the floor a little bit more because DeRozan is more of a mid-range attack.
Correct.
Right? So he can shoot the three, but he doesn't shoot the three. Right?
No, that's not his. Yeah,
he's my finisher. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right.
I like Lavine because he can
attack the rim. He can shoot the three.
Attack the rim. He got his lob. So you don't lose. You don't lose with it. But if I had more shooting, I'll take DeMar. But since I don't, I want to take Zach LaVine so he can open the floor more for LeBron and AD.
What did they say about you gonna? Because they believe last year what really hurt them is that the lack of depth, and right now they have a very deep team. Now you believe that I will trade some of that depth in order to get a better piece to put with LeBron and AD.
Did you say depth? Where? Hey, just got them on the bench don't mean you can use them.
Well, I think they're looking at defenders. They're looking at Vando. They're looking at Taurean Prince. They're looking at Cam Reddish as your mainly defenders. Now, Cam has shown a propensity, and lately he's knocked down the corner three. He's really good at the corner three. Prince has gone through a hot streak over the last 3 to 4 games. He seemingly can't miss from the three. But if you give up those 3 players, you are going to shrink your bench some. And although we know come playoff time, you shrink your bench automatically anyway. So we're not worried about that come playoff time. But you don't want to burn through LeBron's minutes and his legs playing him a ton of minutes before you get to the playoffs, correct?
No, yeah, facts. That's the real problem right now is, just like tonight's game, right? You're up 20, up 18 in the fourth, and a sorry team comes back, right? Because you don't have the depth that you think you have. Yeah, they're good when LeBron's on the floor, but they're not good by themselves. I mean, right. The fact that they didn't shoot no one else shot free throws until the end of the game.
Right.
When Prince got fouled.
Yes.
Fouling at the end. Other than that, that means for 47 minutes, no one attacked that basket to get fouled. How?
Right.
That's not even possible.
If you really look at it, the only 2 people that's really capable of attacking the basket is D'Lo and Austin Reeves. Once LeBron is out, those are really your only 2 guys that's looking to put the ball on the floor, put their head down and can get to the rim, finish on either side. Now, obviously, they don't have the layup package like a Kyrie or a Steph Curry or Luka, something like that, but they will attack the basket. We know LeBron is looking to attack at every time. But what I did like about AD kept pressure on him. AD is not settling. Last year, AD was shooting that fall away. He's falling away. Nah, AD, get your big old butt down there on the block. I'm not, you're not Joel Embiid, but get down there and punish them smaller guys. I like the fact that, I understand you're a shot blocker, Wembley, but you ain't ready for this. You need about 4-5 more years on you, get seasoned, because you're not right now.
I got to give it to AD because he's doing what he's supposed to do against weaker. Hey, take this.
Yes.
Right? That's what we've been complaining about. When you have weaker players on you.
Yes, punish them.
Stats.
Yes.
Stats. That's what they for. Hey, that's what they in the game for.
Yes.
In the game to get this whooping to make better players later on in life.
Correct. Yes.
And I think that since AD is playing the way we expected him for the last 3 years to play, we can lay off him a little bit and look at the rest of our lineup. I think because we paid attention so much to Anthony Davis that we really haven't been watching what we've been collecting over the years.
I think the biggest thing is that we expect so much of him. Mm-hmm. And we saw what he was given because when they traded for him before the Pelicans and they fell out with each other, AD was averaging like 29 and 12. Oh, yeah. So we know what he's capable of doing. We saw the man get a 60-20 game. Yeah. So we know what he's capable of. Nobody just cared because he's in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. But when you come to the big stage of the purple and gold, and that's the home of the big man, Mikan and Chamberlain and Jabbar and Shaq, bro, you got to play on a nightly basis. There are no off nights when you play for the Lakers. Any other team, you might can have an off night, but not the purple and gold.
Yeah, if Giannis wasn't playing, if Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, if they wasn't balling, getting MVPs, I think we wouldn't be on Anthony Davis so much. I think it's an American thing right now.
But, Gil, do you remember what AD did to Jokic in the bubble?
I know.
Did you remember what he went down to at that playoff right before, and what he did to Giannis, and what he did to Embiid?
I know.
Those are the expectations that you can't give us 40 and 16 one night and give us 11 and 8 the next year. We just can't have that. I'm not saying give us 40, 20 back-to-back nights, but you can't give us 40 and 16 one night and 11 and 8 the next one.
Yeah, hey, them young boys, listen, you giving them young boys that headache, and they growing up now. Now they want that smoke back. They want that smoke back. And that's the problem with AD. Like, hey, you kill them when they're young. When they get old enough to defend themselves, they want that smoke back. That's all.
Oh yeah, I got to get my lick back. I got to get that back. No. You're not finna drop 40 and 10, 40 and 15 on me if they ain't gonna get my lick back.
Thanks.
Someone named Chad Johnson just donated $200 saying, I love you guys. Ocho.
Ocho. Hey, man, stop running around. Hey, stop running around telling everybody you beat me. We know. So we supposed to keep that on, supposed to keep that on the low, Ocho.
Nah, they call him Tell It for a reason. Because if he do it, he gonna tell it.
Hey, Unc, he was fast. Hey, Unc, I didn't know he was that fast.
He fast now.
I ain't gonna lie. I got that work by some football players. I'm not gonna lie, like, cause I wasn't expecting them to do what they can do, right?
And they're a lot stronger than the average basketball player.
Was it Porter, the wide receiver from Oakland?
Oh yeah, Jared Porter.
Man, he drop step monkey dunked on me like I was a little kid, man. Like I was like, oh man, who is dude, man? Yeah, we was playing in like some little all-star game, and he drop step just boom, like, oh wow, no, hey, no, I'm not taking this shit from these crap. No.
Take this. Wemby said before the game he prefers Bron's nickname of Alien over Unicorn. He said, I hate it when people call me a unicorn. I much rather people call me an alien. Unicorn really isn't original. What did you take away? What did you like about Wemby? What did you saw like? Because he was going against one of the better players, and AD can score and he can defend, and he gave him 30 and 13, 30 and 12.
Nah, hey, he's coming. Like, he's tapping into his ability. He's tapping into what his gift is. And, once you get through the NBA games and you realize what you see on TV ain't all Superman, right? Everybody ain't Superman. From your TV, everybody look good on TV. When you get up close, you start seeing their weaknesses and you start feeling the game for yourself. Like,
I belong.
Yeah, like all it takes is one game, one moment for it to click on and say, yo, I'm a part. I can play here.
Ocho said he can play for the Heat right now. They got a G League.
No. Have you seen the talent over in Miami, man?
They that bad?
Hell yeah, they that bad. That's the YMCA team. Hey, we all can play for them.
Ocho haven't dribbled a basketball in probably 10 years. And you know about any Ocho, and what I try to tell people, it's hard. No matter what profession you in, especially if it's a skill profession where you're using your hands-eye coordination, you just can't sit that down. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit this down for 3 or 4 years and just come back and pick up where you left off.
Nah, you can't do that. But the players they got over there, hey, Ocho, you got a chance with the players over there. They're just gonna be in good condition, right? You're gonna have to put the McDonald's down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. The NBA is suspending Draymond Green indefinitely. Joe Dumars, the NBA executive vice president and head of basketball operations, said Dre repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts was considered in the decision to suspend him indefinitely. This is the 6th time in his career he's been suspended. Draymond is expected to receive counseling and work with the Warriors and NBA while suspended. He has met the criteria. He has to meet criteria before returning to the court. But Chris Haynes reported that Draymond will be allowed to continue practicing while serving his suspension. But damn, what kind of hold up? So you mean to tell me I can commit a crime and I can continue to work, continue to go do what I do, and then and not go to jail? I mean, what is this?
So basically, layman term, he ain't suspended, right?
Right.
Time off. He's just taking some time off. Hey, this is load management. This is load management. This is load management.
But he's just not getting paid, huh?
Hey man, listen. They be tricky. It depends on who's suspending them.
Well, I think the league suspended him. But Dre got to stop this. He got to stop this. I mean, come on now. I get it. But one of my problems is, why is the Warriors involved? Because it's you that's allowed this to go on. I would have thought after Dre got suspended in 2016 what game was that? Game 5.
Game 5.
He said, I cost my team a championship. Mm-hmm. I can't put myself and my team in that predicament again. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, he constantly does it. So I'm just trying to figure out where is the disconnect between Draymond, and I get it, he's the heartbeat, he's the enforcer, but he's going over the line continuously.
You're right. Listen, you can't turn it off. That's the problem. You have to be able to take the good with the bad. No different than Dennis Rodman. You turn off what you don't like, might turn off what you do like, right? So with Draymond, he's reacting in real time, right? When you look at the things he's doing, it's not like you can see it building up. There's no build up to this. This is just reaction in real time and then boom, explode. So what ends up happening is if you take away and you start making him think, you might lose the heartbeat.
Okay.
That's the only problem.
I like aggression, but I love controlled aggression. Mm-hmm. Because right now it's uncontrollable. He's a ticking time bomb. Mm-hmm. So, everybody got the dog that, when somebody come in, he's growling and everything, and it's all fun and game until he bites someone. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's not funny anymore. It's not cute anymore. And that's what's happening with Draymond. He go up to the line. You can even look over, but you can't step over. At what point in time? Because you know what? They're going to tolerate till they can replace you. Mm-hmm. At some point in time, they're going to break this thing up. And we're going to talk about Klay a little later. Because right now, the only one that's worth being there is Steph. Ain't no it is Steph. But Draymond, he continuously and I can see if he had done this and they got KD, they still got enough to overcome it. Mm-hmm. But in this situation, this is not the Golden State Warriors of 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. They can't overcome this.
If they were 17-3, we wouldn't even care. But the fact that they struggling.
Would he have done this at 17-3? Because
yeah. Yeah, he gonna do this no matter what. It's who he is. It's who he's always been, right? So the ticking time bomb is ticking all the time. And that's what makes him great. The reason I can't, if I'm talking to him, I can't tell him, I can't convince him to say, hey, man, you're going to have to calm it down. when I got in trouble in the locker room and I told myself, don't be Agent Zero no more, because Agent Zero himself was a daredevil.
Right.
I was, you say, hey, I'm about to jump off the building. I see you make it. Here I come.
You next.
Fun, right?
Right.
Fun. You can dare me to do anything.
Right.
But that's what got me in trouble. So if I don't want that person anymore, I got to take away my whole aggression. So then I became docile. Now I'm not the same person no more. So when Lakers like, yeah, we need Agent Zero, he's no longer here. You don't want it to happen with the leader.
Wow. Yeah, but let me ask you a question. How much longer are the Warriors gonna tolerate this? Because it seems to me they're at their wits' end. Because he's becoming more problem than he's worth. Mm-hmm. If I'm winning championships, I'm making deep playoff runs.
Oh, yeah. It all depends on where you're trying to go moving forward. If you're trying to break this thing up, he got to go. If you're trying to build, like, okay, within the next 3 years, we're trying to get back to the championship, you got to keep them, right? Trade Klay, right. Get rid of Wiggins, try to get into Paul George and try to make a trade to put Steph back in position to win, then you need Draymond. But if you're going to break this whole thing up, Draymond got to go first.
This thing like a marriage, Gil. You see a lot of professional athletes get a divorce once they done with their, because all of a sudden them farts smell it. Hey, you ain't making $7-10 million. They're a little stinkier now. I ain't got to put up with this. You hanging out with your boys. I can tolerate that when you bring home $20 million. Now you ain't bringing home $20 million. I can't tolerate it as much as I once could. So we need to go our separate ways. Well, Draymond, we could tolerate this when you help us win 4 championships in 6 years. Mm-hmm. And we were the preeminent team in the NBA. Now, all of a sudden, we've kind of fallen on hard times, Draymond. I don't know if I can tolerate it like I once could.
Hey, they like a marriage when your career's over with.
Yeah, hey, we've all seen it. We've all seen it. Hey, man, hey, bro, you married? You need to go home, man. She cool with it, man. She cool, Hey, now all of a sudden you ain't making that money no more. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you not in the limelight no more, and you come home. Where the hell you been? Well, man, hey. Just a year ago, I was out with the boys. It wasn't the problem. Well, it's an effing problem now.
Yeah. You want me to be docile? You better get back in the league. Other than that, you better be normal. The 30 women you had before better go down to this just me, right? And that's just how it is. And
they said that. Someone said that I forgot who said it. Said the referees are eavesdropping on their conversations, but I think the refs are trying to keep it because we know what talking leads to, Gil, because somebody gonna say something and go get their feelings hurt. That's just the way we wired.
But no, that's football. Like that. Y'all wired like that. Y'all fighting people with your helmet on, with your helmet off. No. Y'all built like that. We got some sense a little bit. But
y'all ain't
no, you see how like this right here, the choke cost him $800, right?
Yeah.
This gonna cost him millions if he don't get his shit together. So
right.
NBA players, we not really trying to fight. The ref eavesdropping is that is the problem. Like, you're trying to stop us from doing what? When most things that happen are a reaction. And most things that's happened is because of y'all are not calling that whistle.
Right.
If you do your job, we can do ours. But the fact that you don't want to do yours and we sitting here going back and forth, hey, let it happen.
Let it
happen. You trying to stop stuff from happening when most of the things are just right here on an instant play. It ain't when we japping back and forth.
Right.
When was Draymond talking to Nurkic?
No, he didn't say anything to him.
Not a damn thing. What did he say, Rudy, when he put him in that figure four? Not a damn thing.
Well, they should have suspended Rudy Gobert's teammates for letting that happen. That's who should have got suspended. Because Cat and Ant-Man ain't do nothing. I don't care. You ain't running up on my teammate. No. You grab your teammate. I grab my teammate. You ain't touching my teammate.
Facts. Like that's just the lay of the law. You like Draymond did was correct. What happened was
they grab. You see what he did when they grabbed Klay? He's like, "Oh, y'all got Klay? Well, I got your man." Yeah. He like in fugitive. I got your man. I want out.
That should have been an NBA orgy over that mug.
Man, hey, check this out. The Lakers in-season tournament banner. Charles Barkley said, you don't do champagne for in-season tournaments. If the Lakers put the in-season tournament banner up, I'm going to roast their ass on television. I got one question. Is it a championship or not?
It says championship. The problem is we don't know where this is going to be moving forward.
You think they're gonna do away with? Let me ask you a question: is it more or less likely they'll have an in-season tournament next year, and the next year, and the next year, or they're gonna do away with it? What's more likely?
I think they're gonna. I think this is a new thing. Okay, it seems successful, but why is Charles Barkley talking? You're gonna have to ask him.
You ain't raised no banner. Period.
No. If he's laughing at that championship, is he still giggling when Phoenix Suns in '93 put up the Western Conference banner? Because he was happy when that went up.
Exactly.
And the ones in Philadelphia, when they hung up his Western Conference banner, Eastern Conference banner, was he giggling and sniggling?
No.
So
because here's the thing. What I've heard, Gil, is that it's gimmicky. Let me tell you something, and I'm old enough. I'm a little older than you, Gil. I know something that they instituted in 1979. Chris Ford was the first one to make one, the three-point shot. Mm-hmm. They said it's gimmicky. Mm-hmm. They need to do away with it. Now, if you can't shoot the three, you can barely play on the court in the NBA game. Yep. So how's that?
No, that's facts. Like they don't pay attention to history. Like there was no shot blocking back when Wilton was doing it. So the fact that they're improving the game,
steals,
the point line got moved in.
Yes,
2 feet. Right. So this is the first year of it. 20 years from now, we're gonna be sitting here talking about, he got 20 in-season tournaments and 5 NBA championships.
Yes,
just the first one. That's the problem.
I totally agree, because I believe it's kind of like the play-in tournament. They said the play-in tournament was gimmicky. Mm-hmm. Now look at it.
Yep. And that counts as a playoff appearance for the team. It wasn't even the playoffs.
And the Lakers got in the play-in tournament and went all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
So
I think the problem that I got is that people pick and choose, because I think the problem that they got is that LeBron won.
It's LeBron.
Because had LeBron had not won it, we wouldn't have any problems.
Nope.
Everybody would have been cool with it. Because now that he win, it don't mean anything. Had he not won, he can't even win an in-season tournament.
No, that's facts. If Denver would have won it, it just continues with their dominance from last year. Mm-hmm. If Indiana Pacers would have won it, they would have got some TNT games or ESPN extra games moving further in the season. So it is that LeBron's won it, but that's what's going to make it stick.
Right. But let me ask you this. You played against Kobe. So in other words, and Jordan, and as competitive as they were, they tell the story that Jordan, Roy Williams told a story that he beat Jordan in pool, and Jordan wouldn't play pool for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And people have told the story of Jordan, and he quit, and he wouldn't do this, he wouldn't do that. And we know how ultra competitive Kobe was. So if they'd had this thing, if David Stern had instituted this, so Jordan going to boycott, say, man, I ain't playing this gimmicky thing. What's Kobe going to do? Say, nah, I ain't playing this gimmicky thing. Or are they going to try and win?
That's a tough one. The reason, because as long as it's there, they're going to try to win it. 100%. Jordan's going to win it. Them Bulls teams are going to win it. If Kobe is in a position to win it, he's going to win it. But Kobe was the same person who was arguing about the new ball that came in.
Yes.
And he said this. He said, if Jordan didn't play with it, I don't want to play with it. Don't help me try to break records. Let me do it on my own. Right? If Jordan didn't have this ball that helps it go in, don't get that shit to me. And that's one of the reasons that the ball got boycotted. Because they're like, those guys are like, nah, I don't want it if Jordan didn't have it.
Because the ball went from Spalding, it used to be Spalding, and now it's Wilson, am I correct?
Yeah, but this one was a Spalding ball. It was that fusion ball.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like that feeble ball.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Hey.
You let it go with it.
Gave that motherfucker 60 in that one. 60, 54, 50. Oh, I was doing work in that ball.
George Karl. I'm really sick of George Karl. I've never met the man, but I'm already sick of him. He tweeted, the bubble banner, in-season banner stitched together would be like one whole banner. Bro, you didn't win anything. You know what? I just want some. Can one former player tweet support of George Karl? Is there any of his players that liked him that played for him?
This is George. This Matthews, right? This Matthews.
No, George Karl.
No,
George Karl.
George Matthew Karl. Now you gotta, hey, when you don't like him, you gotta say his middle name. Matthew.
Matthew Karl. Yeah,
the one who benched Kobe when he was 18. That in that All-Star game, and Kobe hated him since. Averaged 32 points a game in 17 matches in the playoffs, and George Karl with them dynasty teams he was having. Mm-hmm. The man won 5. He had 5 50-plus seasons. Out of 9 times to the playoffs, he was out the first round, 8 of them. That's George Karl.
Yeah.
Oh, he should go ahead and shut up.
And I think he was one. I think he might have been the first 1 seed to lose to an 8 seed when the Nuggets beat the Supersonics.
Yes, sir.
In '94.
He's an underachiever. Hey, we should thank him. We should thank him for 92. See, people don't know Matthew was coaching the Spain team in 92, right? That's where he won. He got a championship in 92 over in Spain.
Okay. Yeah.
But he was coaching those players that MJ was running through. Oh,
right.
Yeah, when we beat them by 41, oh, yeah, that was his
team. that was his team. Again, Gail, we know why the bubble don't hold significance to a lot of people. Who won the championship in the bubble?
Bron.
Had anybody else won? Because what I heard, what people have been trying to tell me for the longest, that LeBron James is the most mentally weak NBA player that they've ever seen. But he was the only guy and keep his team and himself in that confined space for 3+ months. So if you're so mentally weak where you can't go nowhere, you got cabin fever at the yin yang, how was he able to stay so mentally focused while all the mentally tough teams and players succumb to the pressure?
Because mentally weak is something people just throw around because of tweets and stuff, right? Mentally weak is what the Clippers were. Right? Oh, I don't want to be here. Why should I go there? I'm scared. That's mentally weak when you're talking about being in the jungle fighting against players that are saying, hey, I'm just here to win, right?
Right.
You seen what Booker did in the bubble, right? They went 8-0, mentally strong. The guys who went there just to go there, they were mentally strong. Right now, from there, it's about basketball. The mentally weak didn't focus on basketball. They complained about everything but the game itself.
Right.
And that's the problem. Like you're mad at the team who was more disciplined. That's all. Yeah, Clippers, you can be mad all you want. Clipper fans, you can be mad at you want. But your team is the one who's complaining about everything. We can't go to the strip club. We can't do it. We can't do that. That's mentally weak.
But if you notice, they didn't want, all of a sudden, you notice they didn't want to be there once they got kicked out and they was up 3-1. Now, when they was up 2-1, they was up 3-1. Whoa, we want to be here. This is what it's about. We're playing the game we love. No distraction. You get chased down, now all of a sudden, we didn't want to be here, man. We had checked out. And we heard people saying it wasn't going to matter, so we checked out.
No, really, dude? I heard that. No, listen. They checked out just like Doc Rivers checked out. Right? They checked all their asses out of that hotel.
So in other words, they cost Doc his job.
No. Doc cost himself that job. He up 3-1 playing golf every day.
But Gil, the players just said they didn't want to be there.
Hey, this is a true story. Game 7. Game 7, They come in the locker room, everybody focused. Doc talking about his golf score that he did early today. Not the game itself. So he was speaking on just his golfing. And somebody mentioned to him, I hope you're ready to coach today, because if you lose, there's going to be a problem. Because he was not focused on the game. Man, and his ass was out of there. Listen, during the game, I heard he done hit Elton Brand. Hey, man, you got a job open for me?
What?
I I'm throwing a little extra on halftime. He
yeah.
A week later.
Yeah. Kind of like the Draymond situation when he was in the parking lot and he called KD after LeBron chased him down 3-1. Very similar situation. You know, I added a little yeast to the story so it'll grow, but you get the idea of it.
You got it.
Klay Thompson turned down a preseason contract this summer worth $48 million. How big of a mistake was that?
At first I was like, man, that was dumb, right? I thought it was, but when you're making 43 and you jump down to 24, being Klay Thompson, right? I'd rather take my chances in free agency, right? I think financially it's a better move because no matter what he averaged this year, 15 and above, he can get 2-year 48.
Right.
He can get that. So if I know no matter what I do this year, my name, Klay Thompson, I'm averaging anything from 15 to 20, the least I can get is 2-year 48. So
right.
I'm not going to sign this deal.
Okay. Because I think what's happening is that they see all the money. See, what the worst thing you can do is measure your worth by somebody else's contract.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're seeing is that these guys are getting money, and I'm better than him. I'm better than him. And he got 5 years, 185. He got 6 years and this, that, or 3 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden, you're like, well, I'm better than him, and y'all only offer me this. Because everybody wants a max contract at 34, 35, 36. And you and I both know, Gil, that's not happening unless you are the elite of the elite of the elite. Now, LeBron, guess what? They'll probably get LeBron 2 more years, 125 million.
Facts.
But he's still playing at that level. Klay can't look at it and says, well, I won 4 championships in 6 years. Well, we already gave you a max contract for that.
Yep.
We've got to pay you now based on what we believe you will do in 24, 25, 25, 26. I can't pay you based on what you've done. I got to pay you based on what I believe you can do.
Now, actually, correction. They paid him off what he did in the last 4 years.
Right.
Which was 19, 20, 0. He didn't play no games. 2021. He played 32 games, 21, 22, where they won a championship. He played 69 games last year, and he's playing 22. So basically, in those 4 years, he played 101 games, right? You're worth $48 million for 2 years. You know what I think? You know what I think?
Screwed him up.
Yeah, I think screwed him up. This contract right here. 3-year, $93 million out of Middleton.
Yeah.
I think that's the money that I wouldn't be mad paying Klay 3-year 93. I think if they would have offered him 3-year 93, the same as Middleton, I think he would have took that.
No, I can't. But here's the thing: is he worth that? Now I can't. Hey,
was Middleton worth it?
Well,
same amount of years.
They didn't expect Middleton to have those knee issues because Middleton. Remember Middleton in that championship. Middleton was getting people that gave that work.
He was in business. Yeah.
He gave that work,
mm-hmm.
And then he had that. And the worst thing that really can happen is that you have an injury that you have to get opened up, and you're in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Now, Gil, that's a problem. Now you don't have the youth and recoverability on your side because you already got up and down a lot. You got a lot of mileage on those legs, and now you have to go be the scoped or you get a meniscus or whatever the surgery is. It's kind of hard to overcome that.
At 33, man, trying to squeeze out a 4-year deal to put it to 37. I know that's the ideal, but it's one of those things where the bottom line is 2-year 48, and I know he's not starting off the season the way he would have hoped, right? I'm pretty sure he wished he would be averaging about 25 right now, where they can get this deal done right now. So
right.
He can get some stress off. But the fact that he's playing horrible.
Is 48, is a 2-year 48 even on the table now?
No. If I'm them, to be honest, I'm gonna just wait till he goes. If he keeps the same up, 15 and 19, I'm gonna let free agency dictate what he's gonna get. And then I'll just match it.
Right. Okay.
Right. I mean, I might lose him, but I'm going to be banking on this is where he lives. The only team I can really lose Klay to is probably a Los Angeles team.
Lakers.
That's who I'll be worried about. But then I'll probably throw in some extra lean on that. He's been here 4 years. This is where he's been.
Because consider the Lakers will probably be maybe they'll go that extra year and maybe not 24. Maybe that extra year they'll partially guarantee it. So instead of the full 24, maybe we guarantee 16 of
it. Hey, they got the money to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But both got money. But I'm just leaning on. I'm leaning on just. Hey, what's going to happen though? They could mess up. Let's say with Draymond's already gone. If Steph missed some times, and Klay get in averaging about 28, 29 a game for about 15 to 20 game span. Woo!
Is he still that guy, though, Gil? Is he still capable of doing that? Because you got that ACL and that Achilles, it robbed him. Yeah. It robbed him of some of what Klay was an outstanding two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, as any player, as they start to age, they can't sit in the chair like they once could for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something very interesting that made me think, is that you said Klay never improved his game from being a catch and shoot, guy, spot up guy, and he's great at it. But my retort to you, how difficult is it to get a guy to do something different when he's had such success doing it that way? Why would I improve? Why would I tinker with something? Why would I improve? I mean, and I know you see Steph added the layup package because Steph used to be an outside the paint guy. Now Steph added a layup package. He's even more deadly. You hug up on him, Steph will go by you. Got great handles and can finish with either hand on either side of the rim. Klay didn't take his game to that level.
It's a personal thing. Are you working out to improve, or are you working out to get stats and get achievements, right? Like, I don't want someone who works hard, right? I want a hard worker. That means their self-improvement is what they build their foundation on. You number one right now, right?
Right.
It don't stop you from working.
No, hell no. I'm trying to maintain that.
Yeah, the same thing. Like if I see a flaw in my game, when I go into the summer and I look at synergy, right? Oh shit, I'm going right. I'm bad at the left. I'm bad at this corner. The first 2 months of the summer, right? That's what I'm attacking. I'm attacking those weaknesses, right? I can't hide behind championships, MVPs, because the greats didn't. The greats improved every year after every year till they couldn't prove anymore. And that's where I don't see Klay. I don't see Klay improving. Yeah, you got 4 rings. Cool. You have a scoring title. That's what you should be trying to get, scoring titles. You should be trying to be the man on a team. That's how you should be going into the summer working. Averaging 17 to 21 your whole career, that's cool.
Right. But what about, like, okay, as I start to get older, let me add something to it. Maybe now let me put the ball on the floor and take it instead of, and I understand the 3-point is more valuable than the 2, but let me put the ball on the floor and maybe I can get to the rim, because people are going to look to chase me off the 3. Instead of sidestepping to clear space, maybe I put the ball, take 2-3 dribbles, and maybe kiss it off the glass from 12.
What's so funny is I remember when I value Klay more valuable than Steph at the beginning of that dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, one is 6'7". As long if he can learn how to dribble the ball, I can put him at the point and then get a bigger shooting guard. I've been saying the same thing. Learn how to dribble. Like what you do right here, you've learned that since you was little. That doesn't go nowhere. If Steph Curry took the summer off of shooting and worked on ball handling and stuff, he's still going to be Steph Curry, right? You don't lose that. I can go in the backyard right now and make 75 out of 100, and I ain't shot in months. I'm lying. I'm lying, y'all.
Yeah.
I shot this morning. I'm lying.
Exactly. Because you looking to catch somebody. You looking to catch somebody. You looking to catch somebody on the hustle. You looking for the come up. You gonna catch, man. I ain't shot like 3-4 months. I know you tried.
I tried to get him up.
I know you did. And somebody was gonna fall for that foolishness. Gil, check this out. Katie had some very interesting things to say about Dre in his post-game presser. He said that was insane to see. Never seen that in an NBA game. He hasn't been that way when I was around or coming into the league. So I hope he gets the help that he needs. Bro, that's two people say Dre needs some help.
Two people on the same team.
Yeah, they said it.
No, we've seen him do the antics. I think, players like them, man, when the team ain't good, the frustration's higher.
Yes.
Right? I think his job as the heartbeat, I think it beats harder, faster when you're losing. Like he don't have no time to relax. Like he's trying to figure out how to will this team to wins. When you winning every game, the antics don't come out. The antics is starting to come out when you're losing and your backup is against the wall.
Yeah, but Gil, you know how this thing works. You remember when you was going 67-15, when you was going 73-9, and you beat the hell out of everybody. So guess what happens when it's time to get my lick back? Yeah. I'm trying to tear your ass up too.
Yeah, and he.
I'm trying. You remember Gil in the start of the fourth quarter? Golden State Warriors, Steph, Klay, and Draymond, they on the sideline. They'll build up a 30-point lead. Yeah. Now teams trying to build up those 30-point leads on their ass.
Yeah, and he ain't going out without a fight, obviously.
I say, man, yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation. But my thing is the Warriors. The only problem that I got with this, Gil, Draymond was wrong, but the Warriors. Draymond has been this exact way. Now all of a sudden you want to intervene. Now that you want to have an intervention, it's like, okay, Draymond, we're gonna put our armor. Bro, y'all should have stopped this. Y'all let the man clip Jordan Poole. No matter what Jordan Poole said, he didn't deserve what Draymond did. But I fought Jordan Poole because when you argue with a man, as long as you on one side and we arguing, we fine. But I'm not gonna let you close the distance, Gil.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting that first one off. And I'm not gonna let you walk up on me and then you shove. Nah, ain't no shove. Because the moment you see him at your peripheral, and you can tell the different tone. I don't know how it is, but you could tell the tone when somebody like, okay, dude might want to do something. Okay, so now I got to go to a different place mentally. Because all of a sudden, that old fun level, man, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You doing all that talking. Now, all of a sudden, I got to okay, you gonna get what you're looking for.
Yeah, but we ain't like that, huh? we ain't like that in there.
You know what, Gil? And I've heard NBA players say that. But being in the NFL locker room, it's a different level of testosterone and machismo. Because even if a guy has to take an ass cutting, he's not gonna let you punk him. He's not gonna let you walk up on him. Because he first of all, he can't. He can't. You can't. I don't care. I don't care if it's a D lineman and a wide receiver. I don't care if it's a running back and a linebacker. Respect is everything.
See, yeah. See, when you only got 15 players and really you count on 8, right? For the most part, most of the stuff is not personal.
Right.
Right. It's rare where I hate you on the court and off.
Right.
Like me and Karan on the court, we bumped.
Right.
Off the court, boom, we go.
Right.
Off the court, me and Antoine never hung out. On the court, that's my go-to guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it's rare that you don't like each other on and off that. And when that happens, you need to get traded.
Right. Oh, for sure. Well, first of all, you punch me. Somebody got to go. Either I'm going to a different team or I'm going to jail because we got to fight every day till I win. What the fuck?
Hey, everybody ain't built like you, huh?
No, bro. Gil, you not finna let no man just punch you in your face and y'all go back and like, okay, we're going to play 82 games together.
That's why I had that thing in the locker room, huh?
Okay.
They told you, hey, listen, that wasn't the first time, huh? I remember Karan wanted to have a meeting with me. I had the thing on me in the locker room. Just in case.
Just in case I'll pop.
Just in case. Back up. Back up.
But Gil, you had to feel. Bro, you brought the Desert Eagle. I have a Desert Eagle, and I don't know what you got. I got the 44 mag. You got the 50 cal. Bro, man, that thing you pulled that thing out like the Joker in the first Batman. He pulled that thing out. That thing kept coming. Is that a shotgun with a pistol grip? Is that a handgun?
Hey, Lay, I couldn't shoot him. I didn't shoot him. I just had him.
Yeah, you just tried to scare him off, huh?
I'm scared. We ain't trying to fight her. We ain't got muscles like that to be trying to fight nobody.
Sometimes, hey, I just got the muscle to scare them off. I ain't really trying. I done got old now. I done got too old to tussle, Gil. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got too old to tussle. I'm gonna get my car and drive away. This might help clear up the ball situation. Rick Carlisle said in his post-game interview, he said there was a misunderstanding about the game ball. It was Oscar Tshiebwe, right? I think it's Tshiebwe, the guy from Kentucky. First official NBA points. And we always get the game ball. So we're not thinking about Giannis' franchise record, unfortunately, in that situation. So the guy that scored 64 points, he gonna lose the ball to a guy that scored 2.
Ooh, so they gave it to their own. Oh, Giannis gonna have. Hey.
Hold on, check this out. Gil, the game was in Milwaukee. How the hell do you think Indiana, you get to keep the ball?
Yeah, I just thought about that. How the hell did they get to keep?
You gonna get to keep them?
No, yeah.
Rick, you bull. That's some. Hey, Rick, that's some bull job.
Oh, that bus. Hey, I can tell you this right now. That bus ain't leaving.
Ain't
leaving. They probably. Listen. They probably done switched that ball anyway. So the one Giannis got ain't the real one. If he did get it,
man, that did Giannis dirty like that. They done put an okey doke on him.
Listen. Because it's the same thing. My first 2 points, and especially that's tradition. My first 2 points as an because you can't take that back. That's my career. But to be honest, I never heard no shit like that before. I never heard nobody.
Hey, hold on. You know that, first of all, I've been in a lot of games, and I know when running backs had great 150, 200-yard games. I know when receivers had 200-yard games. I know when quarterbacks threw for 3. I understood. And now, obviously, the balls are different because every team got their ball. It's not like basketball where everybody, the basketball is the basketball. You shoot with that ball, we shoot with that ball. But in football, the Broncos got their ball, the Raiders got their balls. But you mean to tell me that you didn't know Giannis had 64 points? The man dropped 26 on you in the fourth alone. Come on, Rick.
They didn't care. Hey, they want him to pay for it back.
Yeah,
hey, they want to pay for it back. That's all that is. Hey, wait, hold on.
What's up?
The NBA is going to get that ball.
What the hell they getting it for?
Do they get the ball or the shoot? They get one of them. The NBA gets one of them for the.
Okay, for Springfield.
Yeah, they get one of them. They're gonna get something. Like I'm trying to figure out, was it my jersey they got or my?
I should have been at that game. I should have been in Milwaukee. I said, Giannis, can I have your jersey? Him not realizing. Is that a took? I'd have took out running.
One of them. The NBA gets one of those.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe Zion has been overly criticized?
No.
Why not?
Because if we do not criticize him, that means we accept what he's gonna be. If he keeps up the same, if he keeps gaining weight, right? If he keeps gaining weight, then we've accepted it. So we're like, all right, we're fine. We're gonna call you a bust and just move on to the next star. So the fact that we're still talking about him means we still see the potential of what he can be.
Right. I agree. But I think the problem is more people care than he does. Because at the end of the day, Gil, it's a personal choice. I can't, and this is what I used to tell my kids all the time. I can't want something more for you than you want it for yourself. Mm-hmm. And right now, there are people that want Zion to get his training and his eating under control more so than the Zion wants to get it under control. Because that's what it is. And even let's just say if he has an eating problem, no matter what your demons are, we create those demons. Mm-hmm. We must chase them away. So, and the thing is with Zion, I understand But again, Gil, when you look at him and he's doing what he's doing, he's giving you 30 and 12, and he's 300 pounds. What incentive does he have? Now, if he was giving you 6 and 6 and 8, now he's like, man, I need to lose some weight. But because he's having these outbursts, but he should have said, you know what? Look how many games I've done miss. That's a direct reflection of my conditioning, and I'm too heavy. Let me do something about it.
You know what the problem is? Have you noticed he's heavier now than he was in training camp? See, he's heavier now.
Yeah.
Than he
because
was.
they're not because in training camp you're doing a lot more running as opposed to now, because all you get is the game and then shoot around, ain't nothing really going on.
Yeah, and that's the problem is he's trying to be normal, and this ain't football where you're coming to practice at 6 a.m. and you leaving, 6 p.m. He probably, to be honest, not even burning not even 500 calories working out every day. So that means he consciously, at 23 years old, have to go home and do 2 hours of cardio. So he has to really I'm going to diet, I'm going to work out. And that's not what he was built on. He wasn't built on that type of discipline.
Yeah.
That's going to take like real self-check. Like soon as the summer hit and he has to lock in and say, all right, I'm going to go into the summer and I'm going to lose 60 pounds. He can't do that in the season. No way in the season.
Not during the season. No.
It's done. No, right now, what's going on? It's done. The season's over. You can't expect him to lose 30 pounds right now.
No.
Flying, partying, eating, traveling, sitting. No, he ain't losing no weight right now. That's damn near impossible. He better get on some Adderall. He better. If they better check off that drug test.
I think the thing, Gil, is what I tell and people ask, well, Shannon, what's discipline to you? It requires you to do your best when no one else is watching. You see the problem? I bet you when people are around Zion, he eating chicken breast, he eating a little pasta, he eating fruit. But then listen, bro, you can't fool. People like, but Shannon, an elephant all he eat is grass. Yeah, but he eat 500 pounds of grass. So yeah, you can overeat even if you eat nutritious, which he's not. And I've never seen someone be big young people normally grow to be big old people.
Yeah.
And big old people don't live long.
Yeah. Now, listen, everyone killed me when I called it out. And luckily, me and him are still cool because I called it out. I called it out when he was in college. I said, 18 years old, 19 years old at 285, that's not good.
Yeah. So what you think if he's 285 at 18, and 18, man, I can eat anything I want to.
Yeah.
And kept a 12-pack. And I ain't talking about it in the fridge. I couldn't even really walk around into something. I would lock up. I had so many muscles. But as I started to age, you have to work. Because as you start to get older, Gil, you either have to work out harder or eat cleaner. And sometimes you got to do both.
Yep.
Or both. BOAF, both.
Both.
So, but the thing is, people say, well, Zion need a personal chef. Zion need personal accountability.
Yeah, y'all don't. They acting like he don't have a chef. He got a chef.
But you can't be cooking etouffee. You can't be cooking jambalaya. You can't be cooking gumbo. You can't be cooking that.
He got when a chef leave, he got Uber Eats.
Yeah,
that's what
you can't be eating a dozen beignets.
It's just he might eat when he's sad. He might eat when he's happy. Like, you know what I mean? It might be his thing. Like, it might just be his thing. And he's just going to have to lock in one day and just, listen, I don't want this no more. I don't want this for my life. Because to get something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done before.
Always.
I want to be an NBA champion. I want to be that next level. I got to get rid of this food habit. Right?
Yes.
Then it's not taking away the food. It's taking away at certain times of the day.
Right. Or the portions.
The portions.
That's the thing. And so I just wish I could sit down and talk to her and say, Zion, people are like this because they care. Because if they didn't care, they would let you do what you would continue to do. Now, you're going to do what you want to do, but don't think people are taking shots at you, because if they thought you were a bum, they wouldn't care.
Not facts.
They wouldn't. But people love you and they see what you can be. Sometimes people can see things in us we can't see in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a prime example. He thinks everybody is coming down. Well, if it's coming from a good place, where else would it come from, Zion?
Laughter. The jokes. Like we've been laughing at it for a while. Like it started in Summer League when he was sitting on the bench after his first game and had that belly. Yeah. Right. He just packing a lot of weight, and I think they have to make it at 23. They have to make losing weight fun. You got to treat him like a little kid, right? Hey, come on, baby, good job. You lost 2 pounds. Yeah. Keep going. Woohoo! Like it's gonna be one of those. You're gonna have to baby until it becomes a routine for him where he's happy doing it.
Yeah, I believe the first person, given his body type, the first person he should have contacted once he decided he was going pro was Charles Barkley. Because Charles Barkley had a very similar situation. And Charles said Moses Malone told him, say, you fat.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. You fat. You fat. Hold on. No, not only are you fat and you lazy.
No,
so sometimes it takes blunt, harsh criticism for it to resonate and stop, because maybe that's the problem. Everybody's like, come on, Zion, drop a couple of no. Tell him the hard truth and hopefully it resonates. But I want the guy to get it, because we've never seen somebody that size, that explosive. He has a Ferrari engine and a Mack truck body.
Yes. And he's moving it. The fact that we are laughing and talking about it, and he's averaging 23, 6, and 5.
Yeah. And the thing is, the guy can windmill, but here's the thing: when you that size and you that explosive and you jump up and down in an NBA game over the course of a season, the body wasn't made. A body that size wasn't made to do that, Gil. No. That body wasn't made to do that.
6 times the weight coming down. Yeah. So every pound he gains, that's 6 times. So he needs to be realistically, if he can get back to, he's only 23. So if he can get back to
250, 260,
250, 260, because that'd be him like right before he went to Duke.
Yeah.
Like if I'm him, I'm gonna tell LeBron James, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm spending the whole summer with you.
Yeah, for sure. And look, what you normally pay your chef, don't pay her, because I'm gonna pay her. And she gonna cook. I'm gonna live in the guest house.
Yep.
I'm gonna live in the guest house, and I want to see that man got 21 years and he going strong. And it looks like he gonna be going for 22, 23. Knock on wood, nothing unforeseen happens. Because he's gonna get the call. He's gonna call his shot. He's gonna walk away when he wants to.
Yep, I'm bringing the luggage. Ain't no. LeBron ain't gonna be able to tell me no.
I'm gonna do LeBron like Kobe did Jordan. I'm gonna nag the shit out of it, and you go, hey, come on, boy, come on, son. No. And I'm gonna take a liking to it. Hey. Check this out. Life and love. Gil, what's the simplest thing someone can buy for you that would make you happy? The simplest thing
that they can buy for me?
Yes.
Man, Unc, at this age, man, I don't want nothing that costs, right? The things that I want don't cost nothing, right? That's peace, loyalty, honesty, love, right? Like,
damn, I thought you was gonna settle for some potato chips for a candy bar. Damn.
Respect, like the things we looking for out of just a partner themselves and people that's around there. Trust, dignity, loyalty. That's what I want.
Because you can't buy that though, Gil.
You can't buy it. That's why.
What about a shirt? Can we get you a shirt? No, can we get you a pair of teeth? Can we get you a pair of vintage Agent Zeros?
You can buy me some sandals, and be a cheater right there. No, thank you. Right? I want what's free. I want what's free. Hey, I done got the sweaters and all that stuff, and then I find out.
But the kid, I already know what the kid. Look, give me a card. My kids don't buy me anything. Just give me a card, because they already done told me, Daddy, what can we buy you that you don't already have and you can't get yourself? Get your daddy a card, and we good. They're going to stick some movie tickets, but they don't do movie tickets anymore because I don't go to the movies like that. But just get me a card. But you know what? I was dating this young lady, and I didn't tell her anything, but she was just very observant.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came home one Friday because what I do, I go to practice, and then I would go get my hair cut, and then I come home. So I wouldn't get home until probably about 4:00, 5:00. And she had watched me over the course of and I never said anything. And she had three 0 bars, candy bar zeros.
You like the zeros?
Man,
like
that zeros. She had 3 zeros. I've always drank ginger ale, and she had the honey barbecue corn chips. And she had obviously the ginger ale was in the refrigerator, but the zeros and the honey barbecue corn chips was sitting there. And when I walked in, because she had never bought me this before, but she just saw and I just walked in, and while I walked in, I just gave her a hug. I said, thank you. Because I like observant.
Yes.
We was having a conversation, me and some of my teammates, and they was talking about, their wife and all this, and talking about, Sharpe, you ain't even married. I said, I tell you what, I'll bet you, and I'll bet you. I bet each of you 100,000. I said, I want y'all to do this. What I want you to do: pick any fast food restaurants, Burger King, McDonald's. There's a restaurant called Black Eyed Pea or some bar roll with a pizza place. I said, I tell you what, call your wife, tell her to go there, go to one of these places, and don't tell her what to get you. And you tell me what she gonna get. Now I'm gonna call my girlfriend, and I'm gonna tell her to go to one of those places. And I'm gonna bet you 100,000 apiece. I bet you she'll come back with whatever I told you she gonna get. Nah, man, no. Y'all talking about y'all married and your wife know you so well. I'm gonna take my girlfriend of 2 years, and I bet 3 of you 100,000 apiece. Guess what, Gil? Ain't nobody want to take the
hell no.
But I tell you what I'm gonna do to show you how you lost your damn money. I called her. Go to Black Eyed Pea, and I hung the phone up. I said, I hung the phone up. Now I said that she gonna come. She gonna bring me corn. She gonna bring me a chicken breast, plain, rice, corn, green beans, and 2 rolls.
And that's what she brought. I know she did.
Absolutely.
When women ask me, and I told women, stop asking this goddamn question to men. Stop asking, what do you see in me? What are you looking for?
Oh, don't you?
We don't know until you give it to her. We have a vision, but you need to bring something that
I saw something. I'm here on her.
Yeah, bring me men never been loved. We don't know how to receive love.
Yeah,
right.
True.
That's one thing we're not taught how to receive it. So when someone I don't know what I'm looking for, but when I see it, God damn it, I know that's it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You doing the things that you're looking at my life and you're beating me to it. I put my clothes in a hamper, boom, it's clean the next day. My sandals, boom, it's clean. The water's running at 5:30 a.m. because that's when I wake up. You woke up, turned it on because I'm going to be getting up in 30 more minutes. You're doing the things before, and I don't have to ask you for it.
Yeah, but my thing was, Gil, I've had a couple that knew me better than I knew myself. Mm-hmm. And because I ruined it, because I was afraid. I'm like, how did she know me? But she just watched everything that I did, everything that I said. Shannon, it's this one's birthday. Shannon, it's your mom's birthday. Shannon, it's Libby's birthday. Shannon, you need to do this. Well, such and such. It was just like clockwork. And it scared me so because I had never had anybody that took the time to get to know me like this and to know what I like, what I didn't like. And you want me to pick this up? I'm going to such and such. What do you need? And I effed it up because I didn't know. Because growing up, that's not how Love, like my grandmother never said she loved me. My grandfather never told me that they loved me. Love when you got a roof over your head, you got food in your stomach, and you got clothes on your back. That was love to me. And they didn't tell me, but I knew it. I could feel it. But as I got older, I'm like, I didn't know my gifts is my love.
Yeah.
That's the way I show you that I love you. I'm trying to get you things that everybody can't have. And my therapist said, Shannon, the problem that you have is that you and your partner speaks two different languages. You speak Mandarin, she speaks Spanish. Now, one of you guys need to learn the other one's language or it's not going to work. And that's my problem. And plus the thing is, it was easy to say, you know what? During my career, Gil, it was easy to say F it.
Yep.
And I ain't working on nothing. The only thing I'm working on is my game. You ain't a part of the game. You go by.
It's easier. It's easier to give up when it's foreign to you.
Yes.
Right? If you loving me, this is foreign.
Yes.
I've never received it before. And that's one thing.
And in that capacity.
Yep. And that's one thing that men, we have to do a better self. Like, ask your father if he been in your life, hey, like, how were you loved? Right? So I know what it looks like. Like, was it rubbing your feet, saying this? And because we don't know. We think when we're young, breaking my window, key in my car is love.
Yeah. Hell no.
She loved me.
Yeah.
That shit, hey, I got served. Listen, I got served on basketball court. They're like, why you have 4 kids with her? Shit, I thought it was love.
Yeah.
I thought it was love, not just motherfucker, just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little love. You ain't got no bleach on your clothing. You ain't got no bleach on your clothing. Ain't love. You got to do it at least one time. You gotta bleach my stuff up one time.
Yeah, but that's what we think is love when it ain't. Right? We gotta learn. We gotta learn as men how to be loved. We know how to love a woman.
Right.
We don't know how to be loved from a woman. So we're getting it, and we see a rough patch. We take it off.
You gone. Yeah.
Gone. It's easy. I can get 6 more to do this thing. I don't need this love shit. I can just do this part. Hey, how you doing? That's easier for us.
Yeah.
Sitting there just taking the responsibility sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is, I wish I'd have had the mindset, the mentality that I have now in my 50s. I wish I'd have had that in my 20s, Gil, because I'd have saved a lot of money and a lot of heartbreak from myself and some women. Because I know not only have I been heartbroken and disappointed, I'm sure I've done the same. And I've let some good women go in my life. I know too, for 1,000% certain, 1,000%, 1,000. And if I had it to do over again, things would be a lot different in my life. But hindsight is a magnificent science because I have the luxury of knowing today. What I didn't know yesterday.
Hey, 2 got away, 2 more coming. That's how you got to look at it. 2 more coming. They're coming down the pipeline, but you only need one of them.
But here's the thing. But how much time do I have to vet? But the thing, Gil, I look at my life in summers, bro. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, I got 25 good summers to go. How about? I mean, you got to spend at least 5 of them vetting somebody.
What the hell you vet? Obviously, the whatever vetting routine you got didn't work. Goddamn it!
It did. No, it wasn't no vet process back then. Oh, you look good. Oh, you stacked up like laundry in the dorm room. Woo, come on, you'll work. Back then, everything was based on aesthetics. You look good, curvy. That worked. But then all of a sudden, once the allure of the curves and that face, now what? What am I stuck with?
Yeah.
All you do is argue. Yep. It's never good enough. The one thing that I hate worse in a woman is ungratefulness, because I've had women, no matter what I did, it still wasn't good enough. And that irks me. Because I'm giving you all, and maybe that was my problem, Gil, is that what I was giving, they didn't want, or I didn't know what they wanted, or I couldn't give them what they needed. But I gave them what I thought Because that's all I can do. I mean, I can't do. I can only be or give you what I think you want.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me at the time that's what you wanted.
That's what you wanted. Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why, like, for me, I hate buying gifts for my significant other, because I really want you to have exactly what you want. I would just rather go write you a check or give you cash and let you go get it. Because what I hate, Gil, is that I get something, it's like, ooh, and you could tell when they don't really want it or they don't really like it. I'm crushed.
You know, we all have the same problem. Like, we all have the same problem. But like, if I go out and buy something, I thought, especially with the time we have,
man,
thought to go get you something, and I come back and give it to you, and it's like, oh, okay, this was up. Knowing damn well, I know you can't buy what I just bought you. First of all, you can't give me what I just got. You think whatever gift you gave me is gonna be good? I have to say, yo, because we don't get gifts. So whatever gift you give me, I'm gonna love and appreciate.
Yes,
anyway.
yes.
I'm expecting the same thing. So when you don't like this gift, or I give you this gift and you trade it and all that,
it break my heart.
All you're doing is breaking my heart little by little.
It break my heart. Because Gil, I bought this young lady a Cartier. Because here's the thing, this was like during like pandemic time, maybe shortly a little bit after, and it was hard at the Cartier store. You just got, back in the day, you just roll up on the Cartier store.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to make a reservation. Okay, I made a reservation, and I'm standing outside. Yeah, I'm standing outside waiting to get in the Cartier store.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought it. This, I was like, oh man, this would be nice. I mean, hey, go be. I've seen. I saw it on her one time.
Hey man, and then women think we like. See, that's what women think like we players, and not realize our actions now are because of something that happens. Like same thing. Yeah. I bought the Birkin bags, right?
Yeah.
And I had one custom. It took 1 year to make it custom. Ooh. Her favorite color, custom just for her.
Yeah.
I seen it on eBay like 4 months later because they needed rent money. Never again. Hey, I ain't getting you a gift card. you can't even get a Starbucks $20 card no more from me.
It happened to me because I got because I still buy some stuff occasionally from Louis Vuitton. So the guy would call when they get exclusive stuff in. They're like, Mr. Sharpe, we got this in. Would you like to take a look at it? So, I would run down there and take a look at it. Like, yeah, I like that. Get it. Man, I probably had 25 of those bags between Gucci and Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the cheapest bag, $2,500, most expensive, probably 10 bands.
Mm-hmm.
We broke up. She pawned them all. Every last one of them.
So
I was like, and it wasn't. Instead of that, Gil, I would have rather her say, you know what? I really need the money. Times have gotten tough. These bags that I'd have bought them back from her.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yes.
I'd have bought them back from her. My daughters. I got a daughter. I got 2 daughters, and I got a sister.
Could have gave.
Hey, I got a homeboy. I got 2 homeboys that got wives. Hey, pick one for your wife.
I could have bought them back. I'd
have bought them back. I wouldn't. I would have.
Yes. I would have. I already spent them. And that's the funny part. We already spent the money. We will spend more money just to get back what it's what our blood and sweat was into.
Right. Because I would rather my daughters, my sister, my mom would have got a bag. My mom probably ain't gonna. My mom doesn't really want no bag like that. My homeboy wife, they because at the end of the day, forget the end, in the middle of the day, in the morning,
mm-hmm.
all I want you to do is appreciate what I've given you. Because I bust my ass
mm-hmm.
to get you that.
And that's I think when it comes to how we obtain our money, it's easier when you don't make it to spend it for us. So when we come out and we buy you stuff and we are willing to open up the pocketbook, you have to really understand we're opening up years of our work ethic for you. This is years of our work. These are line drills I'm giving you, right? I'm willing to give you these line drills. And for you to just be like, it's cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Throw it in the closet. It hurts. That's what hurt us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Let me ask you, here's the thing. Here's another question. Would you take before, not now, because I already know the answer now. Would you take $100,000 wired to you right now or a coin flip for $10 million? So before, so you from Cali, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say 20 years ago.
Okay.
Somebody says, okay, I'm gonna wire you $100,000 or a coin flip for $10 million.
I got to flip. The only reason is it's 50. I got a 50-50 chance to win $10 million.
You got a 50-50 chance to go home with your hands in your pocket just like you came with nothing.
Hey, 20 years ago, I'm a high school kid. Shit, my dad gonna take that money anyway.
And that's what I said. I said right now, I'm talking about right now, oh, it's a no-brainer for me. But you talk about me in high school or college? Oh, damn, that coin. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the coin in my pocket and say, send me that, make sure you get that 100,000.
I don't know.
It's two N's. It's SHANNON.
I don't believe it, huh?
No. Oh, I could. But Gil. Gil, you have to understand. I didn't have indoor plumbing. I didn't have running water. You know what $100,000 would have did for me in the 80s?
I know, but that athlete gonna kick in.
Yeah, they're gonna kick in.
That $10 million just to flip. I got heads.
I could have had somebody cook some indoor plumbing in my granny house. I could have got some paneling. I could have fixed that roof. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Uncle. I was middle class. I ain't have to worry about nothing.
Oh hell, not middle.
Yeah, I was middle class.
Hell, I almost didn't make it to middle school. That's about middle class.
Yeah, guy.
Oh no, Gil.
Hey, I went to school with Tien, Tamira, Brandy. Yeah.
Oh, well, you show enough middle class. Damn, Gil. Is it on now? Okay. Hold on just a second, Gil.
All right. What's up, chat? How y'all doing out there? Everybody good? Hey, sunny side. Yeah, I've never been on Crenshaw. You're right.
Hey, Gil, someone just donated $5 and they said, with you guys' level of fame and money, how do you know if someone is genuine or just wants you for your money?
Oh, man, I mean, that's going to always be our Achilles heel because
it is.
There's no real engagement of finding out if somebody wants us for us, right? That's not, I think turmoil determines that throughout the relationship.
Yeah.
We can determine that during or at the beginning. There's nothing that person.
There has to be conflict.
Yeah, it has to be conflict to see what happens. Even though we don't want the conflict, it has to be to see if that person's going to dip on us or cheat on us or whatever.
Yeah, it has to be. We have to go through something as a couple because I know when it's smooth sailing, it's kind of like in the Bible when the devil told God that the only reason Job served you is that you give him everything. He said, if you remove this hedge, he will curse his very maker. And he said, look, you can take everything but his life. So if everything is always good, I mean, if you in the Rolls or you in the Bentley, you got the BMW, and we got the $6, $8, $10 million home. We get to fly private 3 or 4 times a year. We get the villa that's $15,000 a night for a week. What's the complaint about? I need to see some choppy waters.
Yeah.
I need to see some bumps in the road. I need to see some turbulence.
Yep.
And to see if you're gonna walk with me.
Yeah.
Because now, if I only see one set of footprints, when it gets rough, that's gonna be a problem. Because I know you left me alone, and you left me to do this by myself.
And a lot of NBA players, a lot of athletes themselves are finding that out when they're done playing. When they're done playing, because that's when the road gets choppy, because that's when the player himself is trying to find out who he is.
Yeah.
You're not the NBA or the football player no more. You are a husband and a father. And we're trying to figure out who we are, and those women leave.
Without that.
Because
at the end of the day, Gil, you're absolutely right. Because at the end of the day, who are we? No, you're not an NBA player. You're not an NFL player. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Well, no, Glenville, Georgia is where you from. Yep. Who are you? Well, for the longest time, I was from Glenville, Georgia. I was an NFL player. Mm-hmm. That was my identity. Mm-hmm. So at this present time, I don't know who I am. I need time to find out who I am. Are you going to stay with me while I go on this trek?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's tough. And I'm not going to tell anybody it's not. But the thing is with me, Gil, for me, is that I've been very, very fortunate is that if I got it, if it's within reason, I'll help the person that I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always believed that I'm gonna get it back, but I'm gonna get it back threefold. I'm gonna get it back tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I gave you, 50, 100,000, I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah.
And then what? I'm always gonna win because I'm always moving in a place with a good heart, no ill intent.
Yep.
That's just the way I am. And if I can help somebody, I've been very fortunate that God has blessed me, given me the ability not only play the game that I love of football, but to transition into my second career. The same thing with you, Gil. God gave you the ability to play at least a decade in the NBA. Transition to your second career, and pretty soon people are going to forget that you were an NBA player, and then all of a sudden you're a celebrity.
Yep,
hold on, I was a pretty good. People forgot that. Hey, I did play in the NFL, and I was okay. I did okay, but for me, it's hard. I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is. Without turbulence, without conflict, I don't know if we can ever find that diamond, because that's what makes diamond is pressure.
Yeah, you're right. And you said it. Yes, sir.
So if someone donated $10, I think JJ the King. Shannon, does Shannon and Gil, does money make you happy with yourself? The tangible product itself doesn't do anything for me. I love money for what it allows me to do. I can do things for my family I can only have dreamed of. My kids, my mom, my sister, my brother, my homeboys, if they need something, I can help. I buy very, very little. My agent last year, there was this car, because I hadn't bought anything for myself in a very, very long time. And this was going to be the last year they were going to make the Challenger in a gas model. They go into the EV model.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing it to my agent, and he's like, get it. I was like, nah, I think I'm okay. He said, nah, get it. He said, you haven't gotten anything. He says, every time I turn around, you're doing stuff for your kids, doing stuff for your mom, doing stuff for your sister. At what point in time are you going to do something for yourself, Shannon?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but it's like, no. He says, you can only save so much and not be happy because all you doing is saving. He says, what you think is going to happen? We got your trust in your state squared away. You think they're going to save this money or they're going to enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're making it, you probably should enjoy some of it yourself while you're here. So I went and got it. I went and got it.
Like when people say money don't make you happy, the shit don't make me sad. I can tell you that.
No, Gil, you know what I say, Gil? Ain't no crying on the yacht. Ain't no crying on the yacht, Gil. And when you're 70,000, when you're 35,000 feet up in there, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You reached the comfortable cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. We got a travel time of 4 hours and 30 minutes. Oh, I'm pretty good. I ain't crying. But for me, it's what money allows me to do. that it puts my mind, it puts my family mind at ease that healthcare and things of that nature, Gil, things that I worried about as a child, things that my family worried about when I was a child, or having to make ends meet, or we gotta, we can't pay the phone bill, but we gotta pay the light bill. We can't pay the light bill, we gotta pay the gas bill. There ain't no more worries. I say, y'all, and even though I tell my kids I'm last option, not first choice. I say, well, you guys should not have anything to worry about. Do what you're supposed to do, and everything's gonna take care of itself. My mom, I say, Mom, why are you worried? I mean, worried about what? All you gotta do is pick up the phone and call my assistant. Mm-hmm. I've given her the green light. Whatever you need, it's done. It's taken care of. My sister, hey, I've given her the green light. Whatever you need, take care of it. Everything is taken care of. My brother, the same thing. Mm-hmm. He gonna call, hey, bro, bro, you good. So that's what the money does for me. I mean, having to know I got it, but no, it's what it allows me to do. It's the peace of mind that it gives me, Gil. Because like I say, I ain't really spending no money on me. Mm-hmm. I'm spending money like my family. I want to see them happy, because my purpose, I found out my purpose is to work. Is to see people, is to see my family and the people that I care about happy. That's
I think the real thing behind, does money make you happy? Are you making the money doing what you're gifted at? Right? Yes. If I'm doing, like when I retired and I got all the money in the world, I was not happy because I didn't do what was I'm doing. I don't know who I am. I'm not playing what I know. Since 2018, when I got into podcasting, this is what makes me happy. And if I do it to the best of my ability, the money's coming, but I'm not doing it for the money.
Right.
You can get me 10 shows. I can be in here. I'm happy.
Yes.
On Sunday, I can't wait till Monday come.
Yes.
But then when Monday ain't around here, come on, Monday, I'm sleeping. Right. I'm gonna go to sleep early so I can wake up on Monday to do what I'm doing. These are the fastest years I've had since I played basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your purpose and my purpose is the same, is work. That's our calling. Mm-hmm. That's where we're most at peace. That's where we're most in our element, is to do this, is to talk about, like you said, to do what you love and to get paid. I mean, think about it. Most people don't get an opportunity to do what they love.
Facts. No.
They're working a job that they don't love.
Yep.
And man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait till the weekend. Bro, it's Monday. You just came off the weekend. You just came off the weekend. What the hell you mean? You got Tuesday. First of all, you got another 6 hours in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you talking about you can't wait till the weekend. But to get up and to do something that you love, and to do it for the people that you love, and the appreciation that my fans and my subscribers and my listeners, that's what makes it worthwhile. That's really what makes it worthwhile.
Man, you can see it. I'm not even gonna lie. Behind the scenes when we talk, and I was like, man, listen, all I pay attention to is the greats, why they're great at what they do. The jobs everyone's getting, the momentum everyone. It's not on accident.
Right.
You love this. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when you're doing it at that purpose, you can only be great at it.
I think the biggest thing for me also, Gil, is that I saw during the pandemic, hell, I saw them print money. So why do I need to be jealous of somebody else because they got a bigger platform? Mm-hmm. Let me work hard and see if I can grow my platform. Hell, they print money.
Yep.
And because you get some of it, doesn't mean it takes from me. We've got to get out of thinking that if somebody gets something, it's coming from me.
Facts.
No, this is just my opportunity. Mm-hmm. And people I don't think people see the work that goes into something like what we do. Mm-hmm. People just think that we click the button and we just start talking. But there's a lot of work to come up with a format, to come up with a rundown, to come up the obviously with. But when we talk about sports, and I think it's the same for yours, people might come for the sports, but they stay for the stories.
Yes, sir.
Because of the relatability. Because you're talking about two guys, and you're talking about myself and just you and Ocho, is that let's see how similar some of the things that they've gone through is what I went through. Because sometimes people think because you got money, it solves all your problems. No, it might give you an opportunity. You're better. Sometimes you're better equipped to get out of situations. It helps you solve them, but it does not absolve you of them. And so for me to do this and the opportunities that I've been afforded, to have people to help me get to this point and to push me and to be genuinely happy, man, that's what it's about. Gil, that's what it's about, really, though, bro. It really is.
Like I love doing the research part of it. I just, just the media itself, right? When people talk about TNT, ESPN, like people don't realize when I go on those jobs, I'll call the directors. Hey, what can I say? Which words is banned? Which words is illegal? I want to know it all. Like I treat it like basketball. When Dwayne Wade told me, say, hey, listen, when you go into your second job, this is what you are good at. Don't go in there as Gilbert Arenas, 3-time All-Star, 3 All-NBA. You go in there as a beginner.
Yes.
You learn what the greats know. Pay attention to the greats. They're there for a reason.
Yes. You don't know what you don't know.
Yep.
And that's the mistake that a lot of people make, is because just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you'll be good at something else. Mm-hmm. And are you willing to put the time? Are you willing to put the energy in it? Because for me, I worked just as hard at this job as I did football, even though I was better at football because, God gave me ability to be able to talk. But there's a difference between just talking when you're in the barbershop and talking with your homeboys and talking with a mic and a camera in your face.
Yeah.
It's something entirely different. So, Gil, we got a question. They said, hold on, let me get this. Gil, Tim Grover talks about how you was one of the hardest workers, such as training. How was a regular day of training with him?
It all depends. So like when I was with Tim Grover in the summer, I'll get up about 5:30. So 5:30, take my shower. Even there's still regimen today. Get up 5:30, shower, and then get there. So I'm gonna get there probably about what 7:15, 7:30. So I'm on the court about 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, 8 to 11. My first workout. Take about an hour, 2-hour rest. Then I'm back in the gym around 2 to 5. Then I'm going to go eat dinner, maybe, depending on if I'm going to go back in, probably about 6 to 10, and then have that final dinner. So I was working. I was trying to really put in an 8-hour shift.
Wow.
Because that's what Kobe was doing. That's what Michael Jordan, that's what I heard. You know what I mean? So I'm trying, when I heard Kobe went to a special ops guy, when I missed those 2 free throws against LeBron, where's that special ops guy? San Francisco, here I come. Right? Like the elite is the elite for a reason.
Right.
And if you only seeing what you're seeing around, you can only be this. Right? They're all stars in here, but he's a superstar.
Right.
So I want to do what the superstars do. I went to Grover because Kobe went to Grover. Jordan went to Grover. I'm going to give you myself. I'm going to give you my regimen. Is it good enough?
Right.
Right? You judge me. Is it good enough? So he can say, Jordan was doing a little bit more. All right, well, what else was he doing? Right? I went there to show him my work ethic so he can critique it.
Wow. And this is what I tell guys all the time. There's a price for greatness. And if you're not willing to pay that price, you don't deserve to be great.
Yeah. Facts.
There's a price. There's a price. There's a selfishness that you must have. There is not one great player that's unselfish. You have to be unrelenting. You have to be demanding of your time and give less than a damn about somebody else's. It's got to be. Look at the greats. Look at the greats. When you mention Kobe and you look Mike and you look at Tiger Woods, the greats of the greats, there's a selfishness that is demanded. It's mandatory. And people are like, oh no, bro, I'm telling you.
And what's the first thing they say with a player that's good? Oh, you too selfish. Yeah, because I'm trying to be great.
Yes. Yes. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. Like that you know, I can't be willy-nilly with my time. That my time is the most important. Time is the number one currency. Don't let anybody tell you different. Because it's the one thing that you cannot recapture. If I lose $1 million, I can go make 2 million and make it up.
Yep.
But the one thing I can never get back is time. It's the number one currency.
And then people like, but me and my chat, we good. But, you know, like outside the mother chats, they be like, man, you arrogant. I work my ass off to be. What? I work 8 hours, 9 hours with you. Yes.
Right.
I'm number 7. There's 6 people in front of me. I'm going to watch it. I want to be number 5 of them next year. The people behind me, fuck them. Right? That's not my problem. I
kick it dust. Yes.
I work my ass off to be here. I'm going, yes.
Yes.
Because I know they hey, just like if I score 60 on somebody, I know they coming.
Right.
I know they coming. When they come, I'm going to be prepared. Like I was an athlete. I was an athlete. Like I'm going to wear it on my shoulder because I know if I don't, somebody going to wear me on theirs.
Yep. You're absolutely
I'm
right.
Gonna be humble. No, I work too hard. I work too hard to be humble.
Well, what the thing is now, Gil, is that we're in a different arena, something that we got a late start.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people that's in this space, they've been doing it a lot longer than you and I have.
Mm-hmm.
And so in football, you know, hey, and it's the one thing that I could do. Hey, I could determine how successful I was going to be. They throw me the ball, I catch it, I take off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking someone else to critique me. Let that sink in now. So I got no say. I didn't vote myself number one. Nobody else on the list voted me number one. There was a panel that says, you know what? We think this guy, based on what he's done, should be the number one on the list. And that's
I'm right.
I mean, like I said, and the guys that's on that list that I have so much, like, I'm congratulate all 25 people, but there's something special when you have a relationship or you know the guys that's on the list. So being around Stephen A for the last 4.5 months, to be around Pat McAfee, like I said, I would bump into Ryan Clark, so I kind of knew who he was, but we've gotten a little closer. And to see you and having a conversation, and you and I have been talking behind the scenes trying to come up with something together, and it's like, man, look at us. Man, look at us.
Yeah.
This isn't our isn't our chosen profession.
Nope.
Let that sink in.
You didn't go to school for this?
No.
You didn't go to school for this?
To be an athlete and to change over. You see, I had a professor once told me, he said, son, those that can do, those that can't teach or talk about it. He says, you able to do. Now I can no longer do, I have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to talk about it, and because I put so much time, I put so much energy into being great at this, like I was football. It's everything. It's everything.
Transferring your work ethic over.
Transfer the energy to something else.
And that's why I think the athletes are moving faster, because we have the foundation of a work ethic, right? And all we do is just have to take the work ethic part, even though we don't know what we're doing, and just put the work ethic and learning the information, understanding like why this person is good. Like I watch I got a TV here, one right here, those two back there. I got a Jumbotron up there that got 4 TVs. I have everything going moving at one time.
Right. I'm
just absorbing information styles. Like there's no when you launch the Nightcap, there's no surprise it's successful. It's you. You put the time into doing it. Successful people are successful for a reason all the time.
Right.
Because when they're doing it, they put their passion and their love into it.
Yes. That's what you have to do. And when you love something, you work for it. You work at it. Gil, someone asked, like, what were some of your favorite memories from the All-Star game? They asked me what was some of my favorite memories from the Pro Bowl. Well, the Pro Bowl is different than the All-Star game. When I went to the Pro Bowl, Gil, they actually tackled. It wasn't this two-hand touch stuff that they did away with. It got so bad that, like tackle football is like tackle football. You really not need to put somebody on the ground. And so, but it was just the fact of going over there, seeing a lot of the people that I had when I was in high school, seeing the Jerry Rices being over there, and rest his soul, Reggie White, and a lot of the guys, and meeting a Deion Sanders and some of the all-time great players for the very first time. But to go to make the Pro Bowl, me and my brother, we made it. We went 92 and 93. We were both starters in 93, and that was probably my fondest. Making it for the very first time in 92, but to go in 93 and he and I were both starters, that's my crowning achievement for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, when you're selected one of the 24, 12 in the East, right? You're recognized for your talent. I mean, I was excited. I know there's a video out there like, yo, we get to keep the robe. Like, it's like you're getting to see all the stars, all the elite in the same building at one time, right? You got the Shaquille, the Iverson, the Kobe's, the Yao Mings, LeBron, Dwayne. I made my first All-Star with Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Bosh.
Wow.
Right? And I have a big old painting on it, and I have everybody's signature on it. Because I never knew if I was going to make it back again, but this was going to be a memory that you couldn't take from me. Like, I was like a little kid. I didn't even have to play in the game. Just my name being called as an all-star was everything, because I remember Magic Johnson when, he got diagnosed, and that all-star game.
92 in Orlando.
Orlando was my favorite team. That was my biggest memory for all-star, just the whole atmosphere. So being selected to it just put me part of that crew.
Wow. Brandon, can you do us a favor? Can you stop spamming Cash App? Stop begging people for money, because ain't nobody giving your damn broke ass no money, Brandon. Because every time Ash puts you in timeout, you pop up in another Brandon. So you ain't getting no money. Nobody giving your broke ass any money. So get out of here, okay?
Hey, is that from your chat or mine?
I think it's mine. It's from our chat, right? Yeah, it's from my chat, Gil. So Brandon, get your broke ass out of here. Go get a job.
Damn, Brandon. Now you got to change the name to B. Wood.
Damn.
You should have named my ex. That might be my ex sitting there begging for money.
Nah. I don't think it's one of your exes, Gil. I don't think she's shooting that bad right now.
Shit, you don't know my exes then.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Nightcap. This is a very special basketball edition with Gilbert Arenas. Gil, you can tell them to click yours, hit your like button, hit your subscribe button. It's Gil Arenas, right?
Yeah, Gil's Arena. If my chat can see me on this side, what's happening, chat? Yeah. Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate it. Hit the like, the subscribe. When we get to 430,000, I'm giving out 5,000 tomorrow. So hopefully y'all, we don't get there so I can save my goddamn money. But if y'all get me there, goddamn it.
Get him there. Let him spend the money. Let's spend. He cheap.
Hey, I love throwing the money out, not getting it. Not getting it. Like, give me the 430 and they don't give me that. Cool. I can put it back in my pocket.
No, they go get you there. They go get you there. Thank you for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for a very special edition of Nightcap. We did a great collab, myself and Gilbert Arenas. Ocho, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. I'm your favorite sports unk, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 0, Agent 0, Gilbert Arenas. Good night, everybody.
Good night.